Hey, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at Polkadot, which is currently up 1%. The entire market is sort of fluctuating. We have Bitcoin down 3.3%. It's just trying to come down to this support right here that it was previously at. A lot of other coins randomly up, HBAR just consolidating, practically breaking even. Polkadot is honestly one of the only coins that is up today. Pepe also up 3%, but a lot of coins are slowly coming down, and we're going to be jumping into exactly what's happening, what we're doing with Polkadot, some trades that we have set, and everything like that. But before we jump into the video, I want to ask you guys to check out the Discord down below. We've been absolutely crushing inside of there. You can see on the screen right now just how many trades our members are winning. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, make sure you join up so you don't miss out on any of those. Now back to Polkadot. So in a lot of the videos we've been talking about how Polkadot is a great accumulation anywhere under $5, and honestly throughout February and all the way into March, it's mostly been under $5. We had a few instances where it goes slightly over, but overall we've been practically always under $5. So there's been plenty of time, and there still is time at the time of making this video to accumulate more Polkadot. And the reason I think this is a good accumulation zone is because every time in the past that we've sort of gone not only under $5 but also just sort of been at these extreme lows, anywhere from $3.50 to $5, we always see a nice comeback up to $11, $12, $10 relatively easy. Like here we saw a really easy comeback to $9.60, then a slight crash, then another reversal back to $11, $12, same thing again, crash back down to like $3.50, $4, final pump to $11.60, nearly $12. So it happens a lot. And another reason I like Polkadot so much is because of the staking. So on like apps like crypto.com, there's staking for 15 or 16% APR, which is quite huge, especially as it compounds, it gets bigger and bigger. So we've had a lot of members, we've been calling Polkadot for a very long time. We've even bought in at 2021 and rode up the wave to $40-50. So we've been in Polkadot for a while, but we've had members that were previously accumulating Polkadot at $6, high $6, low $6, around that area, because they missed out on the entries at $3-4, and they're right now practically at break even or at a very, very minimal loss, simply because they staked it up. And what that does is, they staked from November all the way to here, 15% APR, that compounds over time. So you earn dot every single day that goes back into the staking, and then that dot then gets added back in, and it's just an ever sort of lasting snowball effect, and your average entry will get brought down a lot because you're earning Polkadot every single day. And that's why it's so good. And that snowball effect is the same in the upside. On the downside it's obviously less because Polkadot is worth less, but when it reverses it just gets multiplied. So say you're earning one Polkadot a day now, and that's like $4 a day. When it switches and it goes up, that'll be $10 a day, $11, $12 a day, which is huge. And not only that, but you'll have so much more Polkadot. You might be earning 2 Polkadot a day when we come back up to $10 because of the compounding. So yeah, it's huge. A lot of people try and sort of dismay it, but it's really, really big, and it will make a huge effect in the portfolio as time goes on. And that's why I really like it. So if you're able to accumulate at extreme lows like Polkadot is at right now, I think it's great. Stake it up, hold. You don't have to go for 5-10x's on Polkadot. You can simply go for a 2x or 1.5x if you really want to. The staking is, in my opinion, where it's really at. So yes, buy some, stake it up, hold. Say we even do a 2x, that would be $9. We've hit $9 so often before on Polkadot. It's the main resistance we have here, but we've hit it so often that it's going to be very, very easy to hit again. And a lot of people might hate on Polkadot because it's not what it was back in 2021, and that is true. But you have to also remember, when the entire market's going up, the entire market is going up. When we were getting the Trump announcement and the election and everything like that, the entire market was pumping. When we got the crypto reserve announcement and it didn't include Polkadot, it still pumped. The entire market pumped. We can compare the charts. Election $3.50 to $12. The crypto reserve pump and dump. Yes, it was horrible timing, horrible execution, but regardless, we went from 460 to 520. Yeah, it wasn't huge, but nothing really pumped that much. We all got 10-15% pumps on most coins. The ones mentioned maybe got 20 to 40. So yeah, it was regular things. But that just goes to show, when we get any sort of news regarding the entire market as a whole, we're going to see a pump. So if we're able to easily get 15% staked up, 2x easily, you know, I think it's a no-brainer. And the risk is quite minimal as well at these low levels. The only risk is obviously if it goes to zero, which again, that risk carries over into every crypto apart from practically Bitcoin. But even that I don't think will go to zero. And yeah, I think there's obviously risk with every single coin out there. So yeah, do with that as you will. Dominance, again, just been consolidating up. We need to take a look at the percent chart though. And you can see on the percent chart, it's the exact same thing. We're just sort of slightly pumping up this week. This week is probably going to close in the green. Last week we closed slightly in the red, but nothing major. We need to see a huge crash. I do think this was a top here, but regardless, the main issue we're having right now is, you know, we had huge news when Trump came into presidency, when the election was going on, huge hopes for the entire market as well. And I think a lot of, you know, those hopes haven't turned into realization simply because of the short-term pain that Trump is causing. And yes, he's, you know, said that there's going to be short-term pain as he tries to set out on a long-term goal. And that's what we're experiencing right now. You know, there's going to be a lot of short-term pain with the tariffs, with the trade wars, with the actual wars as well. And that's being reflected in the S&P as well. We talked about it crashing to 5.6, 5.7k, which it's at right now. So hopefully it finds some support here. But yeah, we are going to experience some short-term pain. I saw a good theory that, you know, Trump is doing this in order to cause pain and cause a decision to be made from the Fed to actually start cutting rates, and that will snowball into, I'd say, a medium-term effect or mid-term effect of bullishness, because when people get rate cuts, they start borrowing more, they start investing more, the market, you know, goes into a frenzy to the upside, and yeah, it's just an everlasting snowball. So I do think we're going to see some upside. I don't think it's going to be purely downside from here. If the war does continue and there's still uncertainty in the market, nothing gets better, we're going to go to 74, 73,000, somewhere around here. Worst case scenario, 69, 68. It will get better eventually. I know, that being said, we still may go down to these levels. Then it gets really good, much better. We get rate cuts, the war ends, tariffs are, you know, peacefully discussed, maybe even revoked, and we see a huge pump. You know, that's best case scenario. Crypto reserve comes, pump gets bigger. Yeah, you know, that's best case scenario. The honest worst thing that could happen is we get a crypto reserve when nothing is yet settled. That would be really bad. You know, the market is in terrible condition right now, and if we get a crypto reserve right now, we're going to see a short-term pump and a short-term dump like what we saw on the reserve announcement. What I think would be strategic would be a behind the scenes sort of approval of the reserve, where they start buying everything up at these lower prices. Then, you know, everything gets calmer, everything gets sort of resolved around the world, and then they can announce. I think that would be a much smarter decision. I'm not sure about the legalities of that, but if that is possible, that's definitely what they should do. And even if not, you know, even if everything does get resolved, we pump back up maybe to 100,000, somewhere around here, whatever, and then they start buying, and then they announce, it'll still be good. Then it will just be them that have sort of lost out on like 10%. But who really cares about 10% when you can be getting 2, 3, 5x's? So yeah, that's what we're going to be hoping for. That's practically it. I mean, yeah, just waiting for Polkadot to go up, accumulating slowly, not trying to go all in. Again, just because we're looking to accumulate under $5 doesn't mean you should ape in at the current price it's at. You know, plan it strategically, go in at current market price, then set another entry for like $3.75, another entry for like $3.50. Plan it out strategically, don't just ape in. Yeah, and obviously set your targets accordingly as well. Don't just set your take profits to where I've got them set. You know, if you're looking for shorter term gains, you can sell at $5, $6, $7, $9 I think is a great target, $12, $11 right here, 2.5, 3x's. So yeah, great targets overall. Other coins to keep an eye out for this week include Dogecoin, HBAR, XRP, SUI. Got some good news, no real pump. Fetch down 5% today. It's huge for a coin that's been absolutely through the gutter. Render, another great coin. Polkadot, as we talked about. AVAX, Solana, huge. Not pumping up, which is interesting to see. ETH as well, and Bitcoin obviously as well. That's practically it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to like and subscribe, as it does help out a ton. If you need a place to buy, sell, or trade cryptocurrency, then check out all the exchanges we're working with down below. And if you want to be copying my trades every single day, then check out the Discord down below. I'll leave a link to it in the description, first link there. Join up, start copying along, start making money with us. Who doesn't love that? So yeah, thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.